get ready, tune in, unwind. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to talk about what's happening, baby. So run, don't crawl. It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time to think, so go ahead and get yourself a smooth drink. It's the Smoke World Podcast. Light up your cigar, put your feet up, and don't go too far. So tune in weekly in your car, at home, or on your phone, and listen in the Smoke World Podcast, hosted by Stone.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone. So go grab that stick, go grab a glass, whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have that conversation. Speaking of conversations, I'm at the round table, which is a square table, with the brothers. Sketches is in the motherfucking building. He's back. I think he had COVID or something. He was out for a while. He was
I had AIDS.
Oh, okay, yeah, he got that hooked up. Dr. Selby. Denny Boom Boom's in the building. Jay Love's in the building.
Man.
And the conversation today will be a little, let me think of the proper word. Will be educational, possibly. Some may be offended, possibly. Now, you're going to hear traffic. We're outside. So this is what we do. The podcast, we turn these mics on. We're outside.
We outside.
At the patio area, smoking, doing what we doing. What do I got today? I got the CAO FASA. I'm smoking on that. What you got there, Sketches?
You know, got the house.
Oh, the Persian King.
Yeah, I got the king.
Okay. Denny Boom Boom, what you smoking on, bro?
I'm smoking on Ashton VSG.
Oh, excuse us.
Excuse us. Damn.
Okay, I see Jay Love got a little something too.
Yeah, keep it a little I got the Monte Cristo white series.
Oh, that's
the
lovely.
Toro.
That's okay. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
that's lovely. Now, here's the interesting thing. Now, this patio space we're in, I'm looking, I want to say in the tri-state, that this is one of the best outdoor spaces that they don't take advantage of here.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Because the seating, the weather's right now, spacing, the number of people you can fit here. I don't think I can think of a lounge right off the top of my head that's local that has this type of space. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here. They're playing around, but you know, I can't control what they do here. So, fellas,
definitely at this point in time, because the weather is lovely.
Yeah,
Beautiful right now.
Now, as it heats up and get hot,
Well,
it don't
right.
matter whether you're under this cover or not. But when it's hot, nobody wants to smoke and it's hot.
nah, you're sweating. Nah,
Yeah.
bro. Sweating, your underarms stinking and all that. You ain't got time for that.
But good ambiance. You had the covering for us right here in case it rains.
No, like I said, right now it's nice, nice little breeze blowing.
Beautiful. It should be more people out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the whole key, brother. That is the kick.
It'd be nice if you just close this thing down. Let us have this part right here, and then inside here at nighttime.
That's it.
To 10 o'clock, man.
That's it.
We'd have had this conversation.
24-hour access. We
No,
had
just at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Let's start it at 10 o'clock,
10
and
o'clock.
then
Right.
when he believe in us and he
Yeah.
care, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that's
Yeah.
when we go
Yeah.
all the way.
So one of the things that I think plays into that is the fact that this is a no alcohol lounge.
Right.
So you can't
People
monitor
like to
after
have
hours.
their little,
Libations.
beverages,
You
libations
can't monitor it.
with their cigar, and it's absolutely no beverages, no alcoholic beverages in this establishment. So that probably plays.
That plays.
a big
Oh,
part.
that absolutely plays a role
Well,
in that. Definitely.
Unless you go social club status.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to do that.
You're not gonna do that.
But
Yeah.
but even with that, it's always going to be one of us in here. So we would definitely govern that.
I don't
Make
think
sure
so.
that-
I don't think so.
You don't think so? So you
No.
think a beverage will get in here?
Of
sneak in?
course a
Of
beverage will get in
Of
here.
course.
Are you bringing beverages, sir? What are you saying? Are you snitching on yourself? What's going on right now?
Because you know we don't. Come on, son.
Out
Yeah,
here,
we don't listen.
Well, you can sneak one out here if you're gonna do it.
Oh, I'm
just
still saying it'd be out here.
Out here, but not in there. Not in there.
Same.
You can't
level.
even have it out here though.
That's what I'm about to say.
Because we have people that did it already.
Yeah, that's
With
why
the
we
cameras
can't.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, violation 2206.
So what would go into making like a social club after hours? What type of certificates?
Well, they talked about that in the beginning.
Yeah.
They were supposed to take that space over there and make it a sports bar. And that never went nowhere. And they don't want it. They don't need it. So
Well, you
they're
know,
happy
Right,
with.
for them to make their money, they
Yeah,
don't need it.
yeah. So they're good. They're like, that's a headache. That's
Right.
more of a headache for them to set up something out here, set that all up. Because my man now, the landlord, is going to make his barbecue spot here, so you can get ready for your pork and beans.
But it's safe to say they make enough bread off us monthly.
Right, they good. Yeah, they good.
So it's not always about them. Sometimes you need to look at what's good for your customer.
Absolutely.
So I think it's where they say fair exchange ain't no robbery. So allowing us to have that to 10 o'clock, I think that'll bring them more business.
Well, you got to figure that the Cash App store is up in Wilmington, so this is you know, a little something, a little crumbs. Here y'all go.
Crumbs,
But
yeah.
yeah, they money maker
money
is
maker.
up on 202. That's just the bottom line of that scenario. So they not really sweating that like that. You got to figure because you're thinking on a regular basis, this is how it looks.
Yeah.
And you know, cigarettes and lottery
Yeah.
kind of carries them
That's right.
Got
Yeah.
you.
where they need to be.
Got
You know,
you.
we come Old Faithful, but again,
Yeah, this is shits and giggles to him.
Yeah.
So the bulk of their money with cigars come from 202.
Oh, yeah,
From
yeah,
the first
yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
So
yeah, that's
I
it.
got you.
Speaking of shits and giggles,
what happened, dog?
what we talking about today?
Yeah.
A lot of
Speaking of
things.
shits
brother.
and giggles.
So
Shits and gigs.
Shits.
here's the thing,
Well,
fellas. This is what I'm gonna propose because I've been hanging out with these sisters of the Leaf, and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these young ladies, they're telling me that the brothers ain't shit. They're like, yo, they're single, they're nice looking, you know, from the outside. Seem like they're you know, the ones I can speak for. Personality seems to be up to par, but for whatever reason, they can't find a man. And I'm asking, what's going on?
So
Oh, Stone, they full of shit. I'm like, what? They can't all be like that. So I,
just-
want to get y'all opinion on that.
I just have a question.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, and I'm not gonna comment right away, but I am gonna comment.
Yes.
Let's go to the foundation. They're single. Why are they single? I mean,
Well, that's the question I asked.
okay, so how many involved women you hear say men ain't shit? Engaged women, married women. The consortium ain't saying that. It's the single women.
What's
And
the statistic? We never got the statistic as single and married.
I think, and don't quote me. I mean, we could put a little range out there. I believe from 70 to 80% of sisters out here are divorced
Or,
Thank God.
or single.
or single.
Or single.
Divorced.
Wow, divorce. You saying?
Divorced.
That's crazy.
What
Let's
they back
say,
in the
let's
market?
say 7. Let's say 7.
This said
So
70.
so we gotta look at that considering what is make. So why are you bitter, and why is your shortcomings on us? Because like they won't want us to say you're a single woman. You single women. You're consortium to hang together because you ain't shit. You don't know how to take care of man. So why would they couple every single man in their bad experiences?
Now, if you okay, not to cut you, but because I asked that question, and they're gonna say, okay, well, that wasn't a bad experience per se, just the fact that the cats they came across. So be clear on that.
Right.
The people they came across,
Right.
and this is multiple women. It seems like I'm like, are y'all running to the same dude or something? Because they all can't be shit. They saying 5 out of 5. I said, what's going on? They playing games. They either married. You know, it's a whole list
What's
of things.
the age
Well,
level?
so-
From
so-
35 to what? 65?
Yeah, I'll be safe to say that.
First off, let's just acknowledge the fact that women outnumber men, viable men,
Right.
in society right
Of
now.
course.
Because we got a contingency of men that are unavailable. We got the brothers that don't want a woman.
Mm-hmm.
We got the brothers that's in prison.
Exactly.
So the fact that we have so many brothers now with the boom in alternative lifestyles that don't want no woman, and of course already the explosion in prison system with black men that's incarcerated.
And then is the gay considered the one that don't want a woman? That's
Yeah,
what you're saying?
that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
Okay.
That's exactly
Because
what I
there's
mean.
men that actually don't want a woman. They're like,
Right.
I'm good.
So the reality of it is that where women used to outnumber us 9 to 1,
Like 12.
now it's like 13,
13,
14 to 1. So now you got an abundance of women and a shortage of men. Viable men.
Fire.
Men that want a woman.
Right.
So the reality of it is that there's not enough men for all the women. So the women going to step on each other's toes. A lot of them going to vie for the same man. So now comes the part about this where they say a man is only as faithful as his options. You got some of us that got options. You got some of us that don't have options. Now, me personally, I don't have no options right now because I took the options off the board.
That part.
I'm married.
Me too.
So I'm not even in this equation, but there's a lot of brothers who are entertaining more than one woman
Absolutely.
because that's what's on their doorstep.
Right. And not to snitch, but we just being real.
So
Right.
No, that's,
We ain't
that's,
snitching. It's
Son,
being real. We
ain't about
around
snitching.
them.
I ain't naming nobody
Yeah, we
specifically.
Right,
talk-
right.
every time we come here, there's a guy who have 3 or 2 women. Every time I
Right.
go somewhere.
Right.
So it's happening to all of us.
So what type of man are these women looking for? I know a lot of women out here say they want good men, but in their mind, I don't know if you could blame it on social media or just the gathering or just where we are from a social perspective, social or economic perspective, but they come with their unrealistic
Standards,
grocery
yes.
baggage. They want this unrealistic. I'm not saying all women. I'm not going to do what the women you're talking about. Ain't gonna couple.
Right.
But a lot of women who are in this category or in this equation, they come with their unrealistic Prince Charming in mind. They want a guy that's 6 feet plus. They want a guy that's chipped up. They want a guy making 6 figures or more.
Are you married?
I'm not married.
So you single?
I'm single.
Great, cool, because we're married, so it's great to have the.
So they want that, and then they get a 6-figure guy. They get a guy who is above 6 feet tall, who come from good morals, love the mother, college educated, and then they want to put the clamp on you. Like T.I.'s wife Tiny said to all women, if you don't want a broke man, get ready for a busy man. So a lot of women want to control the narrative instead of being in the narrative.
Can you repeat that for me one?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I
that was
didn't hear
nice.
that.
Yeah,
If you don't want a broke man, get ready for a busy one. Which means that at some point, my
He gonna
time,
be gone.
my
Right.
time,
He gonna be making moves.
My time,
Most of the time.
And this is, but let's go to the Prince Charming style. This is what they want with these high value man. A high value man ain't thinking about you at the house when he go to work. He's worried about the grind because his grind comes first. And he'll tell you, my time is critical. This is first. I'm going to call you. That don't mean you're going to be a priority, but why do I have every single woman out there? They don't mess with you or fuck with you until they finish their priorities. Their job, they do all their responsibilities first, and then they play after that. But a lot of them can't. They want you to blur the lines. They want you to chop your priorities in half and make them priorities in the middle. Like, don't get mad that I'm not calling you. Call me. Check up on me. Don't always expect me to make it convenient for you, take you out to dinner, take you out to eat. Why don't you say, hey, have you eaten today? I made some food for you. Let me drop the food off to you. Or say some encouraging shit to me. Like, it don't always need to be a battle because we don't battle with them. So, and then you get, and then you find somebody, you pay it, you ignore all the red flags. A man who ain't for you, you try to make that motherfucker for you, you get fucked over, and then you look at all the good guys like they them. I mean, it's a lot of, to me, it's a schizophrenic mindset, man.
I believe if you ain't got no money, you shouldn't be dating.
Not at all.
Well, see, that I don't believe.
You don't believe in that.
Because everybody needs love, whether you got money or you don't. The reality of
or
it
ambition.
Is,
you got ambition. You're trying to work towards something.
The reality of it is, the big question. You want this 6-figure guy. You want this relationship. You want all of that. You talking about what he brings to the table.
Right.
What are you bringing to the table? Because this table was already set. This table was already set before you came. If I got all of that, 6-figure job, I got my own place, and I'm my own car, my own vehicle, all of that.
You got options. You have options.
And I have options.
You have options.
Why do I need you?
What makes you different?
Coochie jumping out of panties all day, every day out here.
Say it again, sir.
My boy.
Coochie is jumping out of panties all day, every day for little or nothing. Why should I lock in with you? What are you bringing that's going to make me secure? What are you bringing that's going to have me satisfied?
Absolutely.
What are you bringing that's going to make me want to give you all of what I have? You want a 6-figure man? Or are you a 6-figure woman?
Can I piggyback off of that? And I'm just going to say this. One of my best friend passed away. Good dude, married guy. He passed away, cancer. Good guy. But one thing he's always say about this is, for the high value man, women that want to use the coochie as their shield. His saying used to always be, "What is pussy to a pussy getting nigga?" You got to offer more than that.
Right.
What peace are you bringing me? How nurturing are you? Do you care if I'm having a good day in my mind? Like, we quick to text the one we care about, "Good morning, beautiful, how you doing?" We quick to, but is that being reciprocated? Like, what makes you automatically think you're the prize? Because you got the little booty out, breast out, you look a little pretty. That's nothing.
And can't cook stuffing.
Can't cook stuff.
Can't cook stuffing.
It's a million of them
Don't
look like
shit
that.
stuff.
You gotta
Yeah.
chop the celery. Let this guy. What you saying?
What's the stuff? About one of them damn stuff with celery in it. But anyway, so now, okay, since you're the single brother here, I'm gonna ask you.
Right.
Put you in the spotlight a little bit.
Word. Let's do that.
Your experience
Right.
with these young ladies.
Right.
Again, Sisters of the Leaf, like I said, on surface, they look like they got it together.
And then, with that being said, Stone.
Yes, sir.
What they show you is one thing,
That's that part.
but what they are in a relationship is something
Of
completely
course.
different.
Absolutely. And I think that could be all. That would be all, folks. A lot of folks.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not just put that on women. That's all of us.
That's all. That's all.
So, again, like I said, I'm only going by surface.
Right.
Because I don't know their mindset. We hang out with them. We see them frequently. Physically, they appear to be, okay, nice-looking sisters. Jobs. Got things going on. They got their own business, a lot of them. But, I don't know, going back to something you said as far as if they were married and then got divorced.
Right.
And I do know some of those. But surprisingly to me, those are not the ones that's really negative, saying all men ain't shit.
Right.
So I can't say that.
Right.
They're just saying they're having a hard time finding a brother to deal with, to go out on a date. They would say, the guy would say, oh, we're going to go somewhere. Then they don't show up. They don't call. There's a lot of shortcomings coming from them based on their conversations.
Well, we gonna keep it real. It's a lot of clowns out there.
Absolutely.
Now, but here's I'm just speak from man's perspective. It's always a reason why men just don't automatically pump the brakes on a woman. That just don't happen unless you see a reason to do it. You know, and when
Well, you just got that many.
and we're
Right.
Well,
It's,
you just got that many.
Your plate is running
again,
over.
again.
Yes.
This is the type of pool they want to be in. You want the Prince Charming guy with the 6 figures, the good job. Then you're gonna have somebody that's, if he's single, he has a lot in his pool. Can you deal with that? Because he don't owe you shit. You just a woman he's talking to.
Absolutely.
Right.
So what are you gonna do different? And apparently, if he got a woman in his pool, he playing with him. None of them has piqued his interest enough to get serious with him. So if you're going to act like the consortium, if I got women A, B, and C, and you're coming on as a potential D, and somebody I can see myself being with, but you're showing the same character traits and flaws of them, I'm gonna couple you with them. You're not going to listen.
Exactly.
Listen, and I'm talking to
You're
three
right.
good brothers
Yeah,
that's married.
you're right.
You marry a marriable woman.
Right.
A woman is the woman that shows you she's worth being married to. A woman who's nurturing. A woman is loving, a woman is understanding, a woman who's going to give you the patience you need, who's going to reciprocate what they want. You marry that.
Right.
And
But
then, in a relationship, don't no finished products come
not at all.
Yeah.
and right from the start.
Right.
We all growing
Yo.
and developing as
Exactly.
we age, as we get older. So ain't no finished products. To think that you're gonna get a completely finished product in a man or a woman right from the start.
No, that's not gonna
is
happen.
No cookie.
That's not gonna happen.
completely asinine.
No cookie cutting approach with that. A man
not gonna happen.
literally becomes who he need to be when he find the woman he's supposed to be with. That's how you start to grow.
Right.
You know
Your
why?
bad habit-
You know why that is? Because she allows him the room and the
Absolutely.
space to grow into the man that he's
Right.
going to become.
Right.
What do I think the greatest gift is that my wife ever gave me? My wife gave me all the time that I needed to
Absolutely.
become the man that I am.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of women stick through the bullshit, the things,
Oh,
the
yeah,
trials and
absolutely, yeah.
tribulations. They not a lot of women, and also men, I guess I could say,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
are willing to go through the growing pains.
So you think age plays a role? Because again,
It does.
now when we was young bulls, we gotta be real. We was
We was
ripping these
running.
streets.
Run the gun.
Yeah.
We was out here.
Right.
They see me running, so now we a little seasoned, a
Yeah.
little older.
Yeah.
So, and these women, again, I'm speaking from the women's perspective because I was the one talking to them. I rung the conversation up. So these women are, again, 35 plus, and that's being generous on that side because most of them older than that.
A little too old to have the standards that they coming with, that they talking with. You're a little long in the tooth for you to be getting a
Whoa, wait a minute. What kind of grandma I'm saying is that? You're a little long in the tooth.
35. You're a little long in the tooth.
I don't
For
think
you
I
to
heard that one.
At 35, you're gonna get a high value man.
You're a little long
When
in
you
the
ain't got
tooth.
nothing high value going on in your life through none of your 20s, all the way up to 35.
Kevin Samuels used to say that, man. He used to say that women who require only low standards from the men in their past
Right.
come expecting higher standards when they find a higher standard guy. You can't do that, man. You can't expect a man to come on and save your day. You know, you got 3 kids, and I'm not talking bad about any single. I was raised by a single mother, so and she taught my brothers and I everything we know.
Mm-hmm.
So morals and be respectful, everything. But you can't expect a man to come on and be a savior.
They gotta be able to twink. You know, we have that feeling in the back of our necks. That's the one we want to marry.
Right. Oh,
and
God.
that's their job to make that
Word.
in the back of our neck. They go, you know what, we want you.
Right.
So a woman gotta find that.
Gotta find it.
You gotta find that.
Gotta find
If you dating somebody and 3 weeks later y'all arguing about stupid stuff in the beginning, you arguing, not having a good time. I don't understand it. This is the time where you're supposed to be smiling,
Word.
happy,
Word.
and you already arguing already 3 weeks later.
Facts.
What's gonna happen 3 months later?
So you know, with what we're talking
It's
about
facts.
comes great
Facts.
responsibility.
Right.
It's responsibility that comes with relationship
Right.
and taking on, you know, the life of another person.
Absolutely.
So, on that note,
Great
I'm gonna tell y'all,
consideration.
I've been with my wife 30 years.
God bless.
That's a lot of responsibility to
That's it.
take on.
Yeah, brother.
Are you ready to take on the responsibility of having a 6-figure man, a 6-figure woman? And see, you can't have a pool in your backyard and don't take care of it. You can't go
right.
swimming in that thing with
That's
leaves
right.
in it.
Matter of fact,
bugs,
I
and
gotta do
everything
mine.
else.
I gotta do my pool.
The swamp. You want to go swimming in the swamp?
No, absolutely.
Ain't gonna happen.
It takes it's responsibility
Yes.
that come with all of that.
So,
Yes.
so with that said, a lot of women, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm a bullseye a little bit. A lot of these sisters probably won't like what I gotta say, but hey, it's what it is. You got to get rid of that single mentality if you want to deal with a man. You can't act like a single woman. You can't do if you serious about being with a man. Because men, we like you said, we know who we want to be with, and we treat them accordingly. However, you got to start to learn how to compromise. There's no compromising. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna dress how I want. Real men gonna check you because they care about you. They want you to be vulnerable. They want you to understand that we protecting you.
They gonna say you controlling. They gonna say, oh, you trying to be controlling.
If as men, we
I
know.
shouldn't have to be.
But that's the mindset someone gonna have.
But-
Oh, you trying to control me? Tell me what I'm gonna wear.
But here's the
and
thing.
what I'm gonna do.
But women are quick.
I never had to do that with my wife.
Of course not.
But
that's
a
why
lot-
she's your wife.
But a lot of single women are quick to tell you their boundaries, and we respect them. But we start to say, hey, look, hey, try not to wear that. I want you to show us a little bit more respect now, because you my man. You don't need to show that like that. You get upset.
Well, that's how you got me.
That's how you
Yeah.
got
Reggie.
me. I had this song when we. I had
Reggie,
this song when
you ain't had
got
no problem.
Me. Now you don't want me to wear it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what you talking about,
So
man?
you
You tripping.
So, do you want another me now? You trying to? You got me.
But I'm
You know
saying
what
this is
saying?
how I dress
Word.
for me.
Word. And you know what I used to? You know what a man can flip it? Hey, you know I used to go to DR.
Okay.
I used to go to DR once a month with the fellas.
I ain't stopping you from doing that.
Yeah, but you want
do
us to
you,
pop-
boo?
So you could do. You
But
could
it's
do.
a
You can
problem.
wear what you want. You can do, just not with me.
Yeah.
All right, so
Surprise.
let's to piggyback off of what you said. Let's get to the educational process. So we hear these complaints.
Right.
What can we tell these young ladies? Maybe help them out. They're listening, saying, "All right, Stone, y'all really talking some real heavy shit right now." What's the answer?
Here's the answer. When it comes to men, stop talking to each other and talk to the men you want to deal with. Start to have more open dialogue in the conversation with the men you're interested
And
in.
don't even tell your girlfriend
Don't even
what
tell
y'all
me.
talk
It's
about.
none of their business.
Keep that secret so
None of their
you
business.
can concentrate on
Sir.
y'all too.
Because-
Sir,
because-
that's not going to happen.
Well, as long
Okay.
as because
That's not going to happen.
What it-
But proceed, sir. I'm sorry.
You have a very how can I'm not going to be sensitive with this. You have a very disgruntled and very like the flock of women. You find one you have these. I'm not going to say men bashers, but you have women out there who understand being sensitive. You might run into a couple brothers in the consortium, have that conversation, we'll bring them together. This nigga did some bad shit to
Right.
me. Then you find a good man. And now you start to move off. Now you starting to look foreign to them, and now they break that up. A lot of women like being in a situation because they don't want to be disciplined enough to be with a brother. So you find a woman that changes her discipline and make it about her man. And these women who are men bashers, not about their men, they gonna tell you, listen, man, what the fuck you controlling?
Well, you in a
do what you
relationship,
want.
you ain't got no business taking no advice from a single
That's
woman
true.
anyway. Because they don't know how to handle what you got.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's why they single.
It's time to grow up. It's time to stop talking about what you want and start and maybe change. See, men, we change our whole dynamic. We work on ourselves.
No. Women require that we change
Oh yeah.
in a relationship. But I find also that, and not in my own situation, But out there, a lot of women don't think they need to change.
Yeah.
Change and growth happens on both parts. If you're not both growing and changing, something wrong.
Or you get the person you try to change them. That ain't gonna happen. You're not going. What you see is what you get a lot of times.
You got all these kingless queens out there crowning themselves. They really think they, just the conversation. Like when I had these conversations with sisters, and I listened to them. It's all the same. It's all about who hurt them in the past, but what hurt have you brought on? Like if I'm dealing with a new woman, I'm not going to bring my old shit into this situation. I'm not going to require you to do differently from her because you're different. It's a clean slate. You know what I mean? Like if you want a man, clean your slate, clean your palate, work on yourself, become whole. It's these broken ass women hang with broken ass women, and they want to talk like all brothers are broken.
Sisters need to heal themselves.
They need to heal
before you start looking for
Absolutely.
somebody else.
Okay, so again, because we're in the educational process of the conversation. Denny Boom Boom. You just mentioned that. Need to heal themselves.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate because I can hear what they're going to say. Whoa, wait a minute. Where y'all coming from with all this? Like, wait a minute. I mean, that may be some, but that ain't all. Again, some men ain't just ready. Okay, but then that's the ones ain't ready, so that's fine and that's good. Keep it moving. But to go back to your point, as far as and your point, you bring in your baggage. Because I asked that question. They're like, oh no, just Stone, negative. I ain't been with somebody since 2016. I'm like, damn, 2017.
No, I heard it a lot.
I'm telling you, it's crazy out
Heard
here,
a
bro.
lot.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm trying to figure out. I would love. Guess what? I'm gonna tell you what we gonna do. Side note, we gonna bring some of these women in
Absolutely.
and have them sitting at this round table with us and get their feedback because I can't answer. I don't know. That's why I wanted
We
to ask
can't
the
answer
brothers.
for them. That's right.
my whole point. I can answer. I mean, I only can give you the conversation they gave me.
Right.
And like I said, you're looking at me like, Stone, something wrong with him. It may be. I don't know. But I'm just telling you what I've been hearing. And this is not 1, 2, 3. This is a multitude of women are saying they're having issues.
It ain't enough viable men.
Yeah. That's what they're saying. They're just saying there's brothers out here. And I'm not, like I said, there's just not enough brothers out here, Stone.
It is.
That's about
It again.
We outnumber them, Jelani.
Again, I got you. But the ones that do find good brothers, are you keeping them? Because a good brother want to stay with a good woman. Men find women to marry. Like men want to be with a woman. We love the companionship. We love talking to them. We love the nurturing. We like to protect. Real men do that. So when you got real good brothers out here, and you find a good brother, what are you doing to keep him? What are you doing? What are you doing within yourself? What compromises? What changes are you making yourself? Are you coming, staying the same, expecting to accept you for who you are, or are you coming and making the proper changes and the proper compromises in the growth that it takes to build a healthy relationship?
For example, what would you say when they make a change? What type of change you recommend they make? Just we're in the educational process of this conversation.
That's a good question. It's no cookie cutting approach to changing. It's what you two develop together. You know what I mean? If you came from a toxic relationship, is the only thing you know is being toxic? Or are you willing to be vulnerable to them? Talk to them, let them know your feelings. I mean, it's a lot of things. Are you willing to really talk about what you're going through, or you just gonna hold it and go talk to your single girls?
Are you willing to allow him to be vulnerable with you and not weaponize it and use it against them at a later
That's
date?
a good
But what does that look like?
That's a good point.
Oh, there's a lot of things.
I mean, for example,
I have a friend who, numerous mistakes in different things and so forth and so on that he might have made along the way in his relationship, only for her to use that against him when he's willing to bend or compromise himself. Maybe he can come back and apologize and this and that, and he got to hear that later down the line.
I feel your relationship should be better than 6 months ago.
Absolutely.
If your house is dirty and your house is dirty even worse the next year, there's something wrong with that relationship.
Something wrong with it.
Why is your house dirty?
Whoa, wait a minute now.
I'm saying y'all could come together and clean your house, and that makes the man okay.
Who house
Come
dirty,
on to
bro?
a clean house. You can't come onto a clean house and fool.
I think he's speaking metaphorically.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of dirty houses out there. Literally.
You thinking literally?
Yeah, but it's a lot of dirty houses out there.
Well,
Literally.
that explains a lot. Who wants to come home to a dirty house? What man wants to come home to a dirty
Well,
house?
they're not coming home because they just visited, brother. This is a dating.
Well,
dating
you
process
dating
right
and you
now.
go to a girl's house and the house is dirty.
Well,
You
hopefully
think I'm
she
coming
cleaned up
back
a
and
little.
want
I
to
done
get?
heard some brother tell some stories.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
Went
Yeah.
to a single chick house. He's single, they single. Go in there and look like a Walmart blew up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Would you come back?
He in there for the ass. He in there to get that ass and get to stepping, bro. We do a lot of stuff. We go through. We ignore a lot of shit
That's
to
a
get
good
some
point.
ass.
To get
Let's
the
just be
cheeks.
real.
That's a
You
good
know what I'm
point.
saying?
That's a
Let's
good
be
point.
real
I'm
about that.
not coming back.
It should.
You might depend on them chicks with
But
you.
you ain't coming
You
back.
should-
But
When
you
I
gonna
mean,
get
lies.
I'm not coming back to
You ain't
to
coming
marry.
back, but you gonna get
I'm
them
not coming
cheeks,
back
though.
to marry.
But you gonna get them cheeks.
No,
Yeah.
that's something different.
Yeah.
Well, that's where it's at right now.
But that's all it is. Like
Yeah.
like the 2016 haven't had boyfriends. I mean, they've been giving the cheeks away.
I asked that.
Of course.
Absolutely.
No, you know, hey, listen, I can't speak for everybody getting there. This is intimate conversations we have.
He said no.
Now,
These
she
jo-
said she ain't been in a relationship since 2016. She ain't said she ain't.
No,
hit me.
I got one. I got one.
He said she haven't given the cheeks away.
13 years. 13, yes, brother. I'm telling these sisters, they talk. You sit down with these cigars and
Her
some
toy game
drinks.
must be crazy.
What? 13 years, brother.
She like the Loch Ness monster.
13 years.
He's talking to nuns.
So again, you know,
I
Augusta
got
men.
you. And you want to know what? I
said?
can't.
The
I
woman
can't. I
who been
can't say
without
that's
a
far
man for
fetched. I
13
believe that. I
years.
believe that.
That strap don't feel like the real thing.
So
That thing ain't 98.6.
That's
So-
a mental thing. But that's a mental thing.
So the woman you talk to, what do they want? What are they looking for?
That's the $1 million question. And that's why I said I would love to continue this conversation.
Right.
Bringing 2 to 3 sisters.
Right.
Sit them down.
You got enough microphones?
Yeah, we get enough mics.
No,
Maybe
we
sit,
got mics, we
we
got
can sit
mics.
close, just like we do at the lounge.
Yeah.
Because we don't want no. Here's the thing, you know, like brothers come from a solutions-based perspective. We come in trying to solve problems, trying to make stuff better.
Not all of us, Jelani.
But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
we,
Well,
now,
man,
we-
period. Like, you know,
that's in a man's nature. It's
Yeah,
just,
man,
it's just,
man.
it's just the brothers that become. It's a learned behavior to be an asshole. You got to learn how to
Yeah,
become an
yeah.
asshole. That's a learned
no,
behavior.
I
Yeah.
don't think it. No,
You're
I don't
not
think
born
that
an
hard.
asshole. You're not
It's not.
born
It's
in.
not coming from urban cities.
Yes.
We see poor examples of role
Yes.
models of what a man's supposed to be.
I got you,
A lot
but-
of men pattern themselves behind
Listen,
bad role
again,
models.
that's a learned behavior.
I hear what you're saying.
That's a learned behavior.
That role model could be your father.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
that's
you,
very true.
But you learn how to be an asshole from him. It's a learned behavior.
But then how you break that? How do you mean? Who's going to mold you from out of that situation? You, that's all you know your
'Cause
life.
you can't hang your hat on that for the rest of your life. That my dad was a bad example.
Right.
right.
I came from a father who was a pimp, player, and hustler. But I'm a completely different man
'Cause
towards
it's
a
a
woman
choice.
than my father was.
Because we all given the ability to make choices.
Yeah, we get a choice.
That's a choice.
Right.
You know if you right or wrong.
Right.
You know if you live right.
Get
You
a
know you
choice.
asshole. You know
Get a choice.
right.
Get a choice.
You
But
get a
but
choice.
but
Yeah.
one thing I can speak for all men that we don't want to deal with a combative woman. You show
Yeah,
me
you got to be my piece.
you show me you're combative one time. I'm out.
What does that
I'm
look
not
like?
arguing.
Combative.
Well,
for example.
okay, so say, because it's in our nature, a good man to deal with a woman. It's in our nature to really care about, be charismatic to what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we give them the space they need to function, to operate. We don't judge them. We don't put no clamps on them. Hey, if you busy, you call me when you're not busy. I'm here.
Okay.
But that's not reciprocated. You get, I ain't hear from you all day. I must not be a priority. Or I shouldn't be the only one calling. Like I said when I first started talking about this, I shouldn't be the only one that's reaching out. I shouldn't be the only one planning stuff. Why should I be the planner all the time? You know what I mean? Like, I believe this. Like, if you take a woman out, I believe if I say, baby, let's go out to dinner, I'm gonna take care of it. But if you say let's go out to dinner, why should I take care of it?
So you're saying romance should be 50-50?
I'm not saying that
Until-
because nothing's ever 50.
Nah.
No,
I don't-
No,
You're
but-
shooting for it for the rest of your life. You're
Reciprocal.
trying to come
So
together.
no,
Reciprocation.
what I'm saying, reciprocate. Respect should be 50-50.
Respect.
Well, first
Respect
and
should
foremost,
be.
let's
And
tell
under-
them,
After
and understand.
you earn it, though, right?
After you earn it.
Okay.
But I believe that in the beginning, respect is there until you lose it.
So you lose it.
let's establish this from the beginning, from the start, though, because we talking about dating.
Right.
I don't owe you shit until
No,
you're
no.
my wife.
Right? Facts.
I don't owe you shit until you my wife. So don't think that I'm supposed to take you to get
When you
this
say
work.
wife, what about engagement? Do you?
Now you at a point where those feelings are changing. When you meet a woman that you love or care about enough to be engaged to her, that's just, you gonna treat her just like she your wife.
Right, okay.
You at that point
Right,
mentally.
right.
But until we get to that point, don't think that I owe you anything.
So you're saying they
I'm not supposed to pay your bills, and we
yeah.
just date.
Well, that's something I'm looking for. And I'm not saying the young ladies, because, again, these young ladies, they seem like they're on the ball. They got good jobs. They got own businesses. Just
So
the
why
fact
they-
that I'm going to hook you up. You need to.
So
you
why
need to-
are they single?
Sir, I just gave you the best answer I can
Maybe.
give you. They said that they're not running into the right people. So you being a single brother, sound like you got your head on right. You need to be coming where I'm going, because there's a lot of these young ladies. I don't know what you got going on right at the moment, but there's a lot of these young ladies right now that's looking for love.
Where you going?
Unless they
You know what I mean?
they
Just
holding
looking
on
for
to bad
love right now,
relationship.
buddy.
They
Something
holding
I
on
might
to bad
spin off
relationship, and it just messing them up.
Yeah, it makes
Mentally,
it hard.
yeah, it makes
But
it hard.
Again,
You got a lot of
because there's a lot of men
reconstructing
out
to
there's a
do.
lot of men out in the mall that's getting regular jobs, but they don't want them.
again, that's that Prince. That's that
Yeah, they
Prince.
don't want
That's
them.
that Prince Charming syndrome in your mind. I don't know where it comes from, social media or even from their social status. A lot of these sisters are getting, and I respect and love to see that. However, you can't find a man that's going to. You can't always look for a man that's going to match points you. Find a man
Right.
that's doing a good
A
job.
regular-
The guy
a regular- you don't even have to be handsome.
Because it's a bunch of good guys out here that
He
they
ain't gotta be
overlooking.
handsome. He just
Again,
not.
the
So
ladies
bunch
I'm
of-
talking to are saying they have no problem with you working at the mall. You
They-
working somewhere, they don't have no expectations. Again, that's why I said we definitely got to sit down with them, because
No,
I'm
they
gonna
do
give
have
you-
expectations because
Yeah.
they have that problem.
Thank you.
Do they
Thank
go
you.
to the mall and try
Thank
to
you.
get these men,
Not
or
at
What do you
all.
mean? I don't know what that
Not
means.
at
Go
all.
to the mall and try to get these men. What does that even mean?
So simply put, the rhetoric that they spit to you is bullshit.
Yeah,
they
it's
don't
bullshit.
look for that.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. It sounds good.
yeah,
But I'm saying I don't know what that means.
Because
Go
if
to
that's the
mall
case,
and-
that's the
they
case.
wouldn't have the problem.
They're stepping over regular people, regular good guys for the Prince Charming.
Exactly.
And what you gonna get with Prince Charming?
Exactly.
Somebody making 6 figures. He gonna have a bunch of women because he got options.
Well, I watch it. We go to a outing,
You're
and
a
I'll
six-figure
see.
man,
I will
and you ugly,
see.
you still
I
got
will see
options.
regular
Absolutely.
plain dudes, regular plain dudes just sitting there just chilling, and then I see some girls on this side.
You know, she's okay. I'm glad you triggered something.
Whoa!
You triggered
Why
something.
one of those girls don't come on to the plain dude and hey?
That's not gonna happen. I'm glad you
It's
triggered
not gonna
something.
happen.
This
Why
yesterday-
not?
Okay, hold on. Now I remember. Okay, just a
Not
conversation yesterday.
Or it's not gonna happen.
She mentioned this one young lady. She's like, "Hey, there's some guys. They looking, but they scared or whatever the case to come over and talk." So I guess these women don't feel like, okay, I need to be the aggressor to go over to the guy. Listen, I'm just telling you what they told me, brother. And the fact she's like, that was one of her things. She said, you see somebody looking like, okay, all right, they're gonna come over and say hi to me or
No,
something.
Let me
Cats don't never come
Let me
over.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you an incident
How's
that
that
happened.
work?
I'm gonna tell you an incident that happened to me like 2 months ago. I was at Sakara Cigar Lounge, and I was there drinking my scotch like I normally do. And I left. It was just 2 sisters that walked in. I left to go meet my older brother. I came back to the lounge, and they already had their tab going. So I'm sitting there drinking. We're talking, vibing. It's a good conversation. Nobody's trying to come at nobody, but having a good conversation. So our next round of drink came up. They had wine. So I said, look, your next round is on me. Now your next round is just your next drink. So I drank my drink. We finished the conversation. So probably like 10 minutes later, I was closing out at the same time they were. So I paid my bill with their 2 drinks in it. So they looked at me and said, the one girl, she looked at you, sitting right next to me, asked me, are you going to take care of our tab? I said, no.
with a straight face.
Why should I?
With a straight face, though.
I'm
Bitch, I
confused.
bought you a drink. What more
Well,
you
that's what I
want?
was thinking.
Straight
Did I
face.
miss something?
So
you bought them 2 drinks.
So this is what she proceeded to say, that Prince Charming syndrome. She said, yeah, you should. I said, why should I?
Oh, wow.
She said, well, pretty much a lot of guys, the guys I know would have paid for our whole tab. I said, I'll pay for your 2 drinks.
Yeah.
And she went ahead and said, she proceeded to say, well, you must be one of them broke ones.
Nah.
Wow, yeah, I paid for that. I didn't pay attention.
That's why them bitches is single.
Absolutely.
That's why they single.
Absolutely.
Because okay, you need to come with me, Jay.
Really?
Okay, because these sisters I'm talking about,
That's why them bitches is
they
single.
would say the same thing he just said. That's why them bitches are single.
And
Joey,
that
step
happened.
back.
And
Yeah,
that
that's wild,
and I told her, I said,
Expectations.
And I told her, I
Come
said,
on, man.
Way before we even get to you deserving any of that.
But
Disrespectful.
But I
That
needed.
is.
Absolutely.
I needed not give her an explanation. But I explained to her. I said, I don't know you guys. I said I did. Where you get it fucked up? I said your next round is on me. I ain't had to do that.
Yeah, that's gangster.
I could literally sat here, drink my drink, enjoy the company, pay for my fucking tab and roll.
Notice, I said bitches.
Absolutely. I said the same
And their
thing.
behavior
Yes.
called for that.
You ain't got to explain
I ain't
yourself.
calling
brother.
every
Yeah.
woman a bitch.
I understand.
Right.
But her mentality,
Yes.
her
Yeah.
bitch, I bought you a drink.
Right.
What more you want?
Right.
And you
And
talking
I
about,
don't even know you.
and I need to pay your whole bill?
Right.
Are you serious?
See, a lot of
Get
times,
your
a lot
ass
of
outta
times,
here.
a lot of times they meet up with guys that don't want to, that flood them with bread just to smash them, and they step off. But they're by themselves, but they still had that lingering mindset that, okay, even though he wasn't shit, he took care of everything for me, but he's no longer here.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
why.
Yeah, because
But-
he
but
accomplished what he was trying
Right,
to accomplish.
absolutely.
But-
he got them yams.
But somebody,
that ass?
But somebody who's being cordial and nice to you, respecting you.
And you need to pay the whole bill.
Hey, no, bitch, I'm paying for your drinks.
Wow, that's gangster. That's gangster.
Right. True story.
And for her to do something like that to a total stranger, imagine
Okay.
what she's going to do in a relationship with that confrontation.
Imagine what the next thing would have
and
been.
arguing.
We gonna
We
go
gonna get
out
some
on a
eat.
date. We gonna go to dinner. We gonna get some eat.
No,
Oh,
we
I
gonna
wanna
get
go
some-
to Steak 48.
Of course.
We
But I
gonna
don't know you.
wait a minute. Let's go to dinner tonight. Hey, you paid my bill. Aren't you hungry?
But
That's the nut moves.
But that's the
that
thing.
they pulling. That's the nut ass move.
You're starting to see that more and more online social media where these guys are meeting these women. I'm not saying all women are like this, but you do see this now. This is the norm now with certain women. You know, you got guys take them out to restaurants for the first date. Shit, to me, to get to know you, I should be able to take you to Starbucks to get to know you.
Absolutely.
So you got, I saw this one guy who took this woman to the Cheesecake Factory. She
I
was
saw that.
and
I
she
saw
was
that.
clowning him.
Yeah,
He was
I
like,
saw that.
"It's Cheesecake Factory."
I saw that.
Like, bitch, you think I'm gonna take you to a 5-star restaurant? Don't even know your
A
name?
lot of women say you can take me to Cheesecake Factory every day. I don't
Yeah,
care.
so that's the bullshit that
man.
we're dealing with right
Yeah.
now, unfortunately.
You want to know what my first date cost me with my wife? 0. We went to the Marcus Hook Pier
Right.
and sat out there and talked for about 3
Absolutely.
or 4 hours.
Because it's about
Getting
me
to
Get to
know
know
each
each other.
other.
Right. That's priceless.
because if it's your quote unquote, I just want to get to know a
Hence,
guy.
I'm there 30 years, baby.
Yeah, baby.
And to all the women listening, he married her.
That part.
Absolutely.
That part. All right, as we wrap it up, I guess we kind of gave them some educational
A little
pieces,
something.
a little bit of information, but the next podcast, brothers, we will
I had the
have,
ladies present.
yes, because this is going to be a great,
And we got to
Conversation.
make it so it's us three.
Yes.
Again, to follow up to this.
No doubt.
To
It's
this
definitely.
episode.
absolutely. So, Brother Sketches, how can we support you, man? You know, you selling all kind of stuff, man. You know, you selling like ham and
Well, right now, I want to stay focused. We got a movie coming out probably in October, September. We got a sex trafficking movie that we
Nice.
shooting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're gonna put Delaware on the map on this one.
Nice.
So look out for that.
Nice.
Okay. How about you, Denny Boom Boom? Anyway, you know, you just here doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm just here doing my thing.
And well, I
man.
appreciate you, brother, doing your
Yep.
thing.
Love to participate, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
J
for
Love,
having me.
what you got, bro? You mean you got a couple things? Anything you
Yeah,
want to
so,
shout out? The way we can support you doing some things.
Yeah, so anybody out there who have, we service Delaware, PA, the whole state of Delaware. If you have a business or business establishment building, we do some residential. We design and install surveillance systems. We build out network infrastructure framework, and we do audio visual. We do we build out custom home theaters. You know, so we
Making moves.
Any moves,
Custom
yeah, make
home
moves. So.
theater.
How they
Yeah.
get in contact with you, brother?
Watchful Eye Security. You can call me 302-494-3341. That's the business number. Name of the company is Watchful Eye Security. Ask for Jelani.
Watchful Eye Security.
I like that.
One more thing, if
Absolutely, absolutely, my brother.
I may. Of course, I like to reveal to the world that I'm going through a trial in my life. I am presently on dialysis. So the support that I would ask for is for if you find it in your heart to contribute to the Delaware Kidney Fund. Because
Absolutely,
it's a lot
brother.
of people in urban areas that are affected by renal kidney failure and so forth and so on, and whatever you find in your heart to contribute and help, it goes a long way. It helps.
I have a dear family member on dialysis, so that's
love,
that's
big brother.
definitely personal to me.
I mean,
Yeah, my mother was on it.
healing energies going out, brother.
I appreciate it greatly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, like I said, folks, SmokeWorldPodcast.com is the website. Smoke World Podcast is the IG. if you ain't got nothing better to do, you go to Facebook. It's a Facebook page too. Smoke World Podcast is the Facebook name. You know, we like to see
Matter of
your
fact,
pictures.
this is going to be on Facebook podcast.
Yeah,
It's gonna be on Smoke
okay, that's
World
right. You got a little
Podcast.
video
They got
going
video
on. Sketch's got the video going on. So, folks, again, we never take for granted when we turn these mics on. We appreciate y'all listening. Thank you for your support, and we will check y'all out on the other side. Peace.
Peace.
It's the Smoke World Podcast. It's time